Let's go. All right. Welcome back to the Greasy Grill. We have a new face, but it's not so much of a new face because he was here, what, like three weeks ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Special guest.
Yeah. James couldn't be here today, which, you know,
Things happen.
unfortunate, but we all have lives.
Yeah.
I'm still cool.
Yeah, we like Sean.
That's a
Sean's cool.
fact.
Yeah, we like Sean.
Not a bad feeling at all.
Nah, yeah.
Thank you.
He definitely, stole the show when
Brings
he
some
was here.
energy
That was-
to the show. Now you do bring some good energy to the show.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But for a proper introduction, welcome to the Greasy Grill. I'm Dom.
I'm Avion.
And I'm Sean.
All right, let's get right into it. We were talking a little bit about Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide
Just
Squad.
before the record.
Yeah, right
We
before we
started
started this. So
Suicide
let's.
Squad.
I made them stop talking just so we can get this going because I wanted to catch it all. So let's start off with that.
Alright, well, to start, I know it's like literally they're restarting from the last Suicide Squad. It's not even like a sequel. They're literally just revamping everything.
Oh, so the whole movie's just like a remake.
Yeah, it's pretty much like there's none of the. I mean, the characters are technically the same, but like, I mean, I haven't looked into it much.
So what do
I don't know
you
what
think
the
they were
acting
hoping
is.
to do, though?
I could hopefully Joker's better. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully
true.
Joker was. Everybody can admit that Joker was
That Joker's so
disgusting in the last one. Because you know what? I could tell you right now, they really tried to bring out like the gangster in him. I guess they really tried to make him look like so much of a boss, and they took out like the creepiness of him.
Yeah,
they took out the
scary
clown of
element.
him.
Yeah, that
Exactly,
scary element.
like that why so serious concept. You know, like
God, bro, that's one of the most iconic scenes. ever.
exactly. Like, and I feel that's kind of where they went wrong. They tried to make him like this big baller boss kind of guy, and it
Right,
just
changed up his persona.
Exactly,
Yeah,
entirely.
fucked up what they had going for him.
he was annoying. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
and he didn't. Honestly, bro, to me, he really didn't look like Joker's supposed to look.
exactly. Yeah, they've revamped him entirely.
Like Joker's supposed to be like, if you just like look at him from the back, he's a normal dude, but then he like
And
when
then
he
he comes
turns
to the front, he looks fucking insane.
yeah, like he turns around and it's like, holy shit, bro. Run.
Well,
He's a
right
boy.
before the movie, I don't think this was true. I heard a rumor that it wasn't supposed to be the original Joker. It was supposed to be like Jason Todd, like the old Robin who came back as Joker.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they didn't even play it off that way. I
He
don't think.
he didn't come back as Joker. I think he came back as the Red Hood.
Something like
Because
that.
I've
I
seen
don't-
like all
Keep
like,
in
the
the mic.
Batman cartoons or whatever, and he comes back. It's like Batman under the Red Hood. He comes-
Honestly, not to cut you off, I
No,
can't
yeah.
even remember because I know one. I haven't thought about this in so long. I know one of the Robins eventually becomes Batman,
I think it's
and one of them becomes Nightwing. I can't remember which
Dick,
is which.
Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing.
Okay, yes. I think it was the first Robin, right?
Yeah, Dick Grayson. He's
Okay.
the first Robin. Yeah.
And then there was Damian Wayne. I think becomes Batman.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
think that's his actual son.
Yes,
So
yes.
Yeah, so he becomes Batman. Yeah,
Alright,
because
that makes
Jason Todd's like his adopted son.
He was the one that like died or something.
Jason Todd. Yeah,
And then
died.
came back or something. I
Yeah.
don't even know. My friend told me the whole thing.
Bro,
no idea.
Learn from now. It's like probably blood.
Yo, like Batman's like the whole like concept of Batman is like really cool, but it's so hard to like.
He's like the vigilante. He's just
Yeah.
mad cool.
Like-
It's so hard to like piece the story together because there's just so much of one story.
Of course, yeah. Like he's, and you know what I really like about him that a lot of people overlook, and you really saw this in like the Arkham Knight video games and stuff like that. He's low key crazy.
Yes.
Like Batman's low key insane.
Yes.
No, you know where you really get to see how insane he really is?
What?
You ever seen, like both of you, ever seen Batman the Killing Joke, the cartoon? It's like an hour long.
I never
like-
watched. I know. I know what you're talking about. I never watched it though.
Alright, so basically, not Batman, Joker kidnaps Commissioner Gordon, and he shoots Barbara Gordon and like paralyzes her, he shot her like right in the spine and paralyzed her. And he like tortures Commissioner Gordon, and then like at the end of the I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. Like, I want you guys to watch it, but at the end of the movie, like Joker points a gun at Batman and like he shoots it, but it's not like a real gun. It just says like bang.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah, the Joker.
Wait,
gun.
hold on. I think I did see it.
Yeah, like he just shoots it, and it's like one of those like cartoon
Yeah,
guns.
fucking
It's like
big ass
bang.
gun with the flag.
The gag.
Yeah,
It's a gag,
and then
yeah.
they just start cracking up together, and the movie ends with them cracking up together. Like you
Damn.
can, like
That
it's,
type of clip.
yeah,
Nah,
bro.
that's
Like
crazy.
it's like small, but you can honestly like kind of see how insane Batman can really be. You know,
Yeah.
because it's like
might be like, yo, he's probably mental.
Yeah, because if you guys, I can't remember exactly what the order of the games was. In the second to last, or the one before the last Arkham Knight video game, that's when Joker died, right?
I'm not sure.
He died at one point, and the idea was that in the one after that, I keep hitting the mic. Batman, like in the game, Batman was like visualizing like Joker like as an imaginary friend, almost like he was talking to him in his mind, like he was randomly seeing him. That's how crazy Batman was at the time.
Kind of like in that new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Exactly, yeah. And it goes back to the fact that like alleged Batman low key needs Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs him for his sanity.
He probably did that.
I read
your friends, but keep your enemies.
Yes.
I read a comic. Like I'm like into like comics, so like I read one of those comics.
I used to be into comics. I got rid of my collection.
Yeah, I haven't really been in any like superhero stuff since a few years now.
Nah, me neither. Like I still have my collection, but like when you get bored sometimes, and you get bored of your phone, there's nothing else to watch on Netflix, bro.
It's probably lit. Like honestly, see something graphic, and then you just read little boxes.
It's all up here too.
Yeah, and that you gotta make the story.
Especially because like for me, I don't really have the newer comics. Like I wish I could get into the new ones. Like there's some like The Last Ronin. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Basically all the turtles die except for one.
Damn.
And he's like he has to like avenge all his brothers. I know who it is, the last one, but I'm not gonna tell you guys because I don't want to spoil it.
That's like a death I did not want to hear.
Yeah, really.
Like the Ninja Turtles.
Like the Ninja Turtles haven't even popped into my mind in so long.
Never died.
Yeah, and
that look made me sad.
And that's what I'm saying.
Nah, but you know what's like really cool about it? The original artists who drew, because before it was a show, it was actually a comic. It was like a really graphic comic. They were like slicing heads and shit. But the original artist that drew that,
that's probably lit.
Then they had to make it a kids show on this. The
original artists that drew that comic are the ones that are drawing, like they're like involved in this one.
Okay.
So you get like kind of like a vintage kind of vibe.
All right.
It's actually I didn't really read it, but I like watched a video describing it.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for me because I don't like reading things.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, so I just watched the video.
You can comprehend things.
I'm sorry, continue. Right. I'll get into something in a second.
Bro, the storyline is so sick, and that's all I'm gonna say on it. So if you guys want to read it, definitely do. I recommend it.
This is something to build off of, like comics. This is getting away from like the actual general like superheroes comics. Right. Just generally how like that's how I feel like why books and comic books, especially something like comic books, used to be such a good idea is because you got to remember like. Back, let's say, like the 50s and 60s, before TV and watching stuff was really a big concept, you had to read because it stimulated you up here to think it. Now, I hate to say it. Exactly. Now, you just said you watched the video. I hate to say it. It's genuinely true that watching something visually happen is more stimulating than reading for most people. So that's why most people don't really favor reading so much anymore. Especially something like a comic book. Like, that's something so probably at the time, the first comic book was probably so revolutionary. Yeah. Just a picture, like a graphic, pictures that really just made you think up here.
Just make out more.
Exactly.
Just see what frame
exactly.
By frame.
And now it's just whoever can make the best movie with the best special effects. You know what I'm saying?
Actually filling us in on the comic right now.
Yeah, okay. I'm searching it up so you guys can see it.
You guys should get like a side guy for that.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
Oh, imagine.
Chime into him.
So basically,
see, this is some samurai shit.
Yeah.
This is dope.
So
this is badass.
So basically, if you look, he has Raphael's sai, Michelangelo's nunchuck. He has Donnie's bow staff and one of Leo's katanas.
It's like he got
so it's any of them.
His attributes.
He has
and
he has like a little pouch like right here, and he keeps all their bandanas, even his own.
Alright, so let me ask, where's Splinter in this?
Splinter's gone. Splinter dies like in the comics.
What?
Yeah, like in the show and the comics, Splinter dies.
I can see that. That I can see.
Yeah,
that's like that was a mental everything. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would be a big thing if he dies and then somebody else has to come in and like be the new master.
Too, like,
I'm pretty sure.
Now I really want to read it. I actually do want to. read it.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that Super Shredder kills Splinter. Either Shredder or Super Shredder kills Splinter. It's the same guy, but he's mutated Shredder. And then, obviously, since Leo's the leader, he takes over as the master. But
okay.
I mean, do you want me to spoil it for you? Tell you who the last turtle is?
I really don't mind, honestly.
I'd probably still go read it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth reading. Yeah. All right, before I tell you, give me your best guess on who do you think the last living turtle is. Really? Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's definitely not him. Watch it be Michelangelo.
It's Michelangelo,
Of course it is.
Mikey's the last living turtle, and honestly. I would have thought that it would be like Raphael, because Raph's the strongest out of all of them.
Actually, I'll tell you, this is my take on why it's probably Michelangelo. You got to remember, he not that he was always obviously a very good fighter,
Yeah,
but he was always kind of like the goofball, and I guess that's supposed to be the representation of his time.
Comics, like you just see him being the fat ass.
Exactly. I feel like that's supposed to be his time to be like, all right, this is my time to break out and take something on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my time. And the only reason why
basically the weakest link and give him
exactly, yeah. The only reason why I thought it would be Donatello for some reason is because I was like, you know what, that'd be interesting because he's like the brains.
The brains.
So now the brain. Now he's the brains and the brawn. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's cool about it.
Think for everybody, and he's always thinking for everybody.
You know, something that's actually I was like when I was watching the video. Obviously, the guy described it, but something that like is like if you didn't notice it, you'll like figure it out when you read it because you know one of the characters explains it. Their mutation as they get older, they're growing like bigger and stronger.
That makes sense.
So like
makes sense.
Just me remembering everything.
See now how small like Mikey's like the small one, you know? He's like
he's the goofball.
Yeah, he's like this. He's short. He's not as big as the others. And in this comic, he's fucking jacked, bro.
Yeah. That was him.
That was him.
I gotta say that was a hard picture. I would get a tattoo
That's
of
what
that.
I'm saying.
I would get a tattoo of that.
Bro, I'm gonna pull it up again just because I want to get a better one.
Nah, honestly, we're making a poster. It's going. Oh damn! But you got the vintage.
I can't take that.
You can't take that down.
Just put that up too.
I did. I
but
just
like,
bought it.
Nah, but you gotta put the Cross Saga though. Like this is a whole nother story.
Alright, maybe I'll take like this side down. I'll put it. Maybe I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'm always changing like the decorations in the room, as you guys can tell.
I think that'd be really cool to see Michelangelo by himself.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for me growing up was like big, so it's like I cared. I cared.
All right, ready? Look. You see how he's like bigger?
Yeah.
And he wears a black mask now.
Yeah, honestly, I was trying to look at the color of the mask earlier to see if it would give it away, but I realized I was like, they don't even let you see it.
Yeah, that was even better.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Nah, this is probably like the best picture you can find, bro. Honestly.
All the armor and everything, yeah. It shows how powerful he is. He's come out of his shell. I guess. I mean, yeah. But
and one thing that I found to be pretty cool as I was like getting more involved with the video, he's still talking to his brothers. Like even though they're all dead, like he still talks to them.
That makes sense.
Can he actually communicate?
He's not communicating with them. It's just him in his head. Okay. Just
and that sounds honestly like something. I mean, obviously there's no way to put it into real terms, but that's probably some like Master Splinter connection type of stuff that was taught. Like
I feel like he can actually talk to his dead brothers. Like.
I mean, maybe that's something in the thing that you're supposed to always wonder. Maybe he's really talking to them, or maybe he's like how we said earlier with like Batman, how he was imagining, like he needs them low key, like he needs them in the back of his mind somewhere.
I need to know the dialogue. I need to know if he's like sitting like talking and like they put like a bubble up of his brothers or something.
Yeah, they put a bubble up.
Or was it just him like just reminiscing?
So basically, they put a bubble up, and then for the first like few pages, you don't see who he's talking to, and then like you see that like. It's like a younger, smaller version. You know, like it's like the regular turtles that we're used to instead of the giant, jacked Mikey. Yeah. It's just like the regular turtles that we're used to because I guess that's like what they look like when they die.
Yeah, that's his memory of them. Yeah.
So, and then in one scene in the second, because there's 2 issues out already. In one scene in the second issue, he's like arguing with them, and he throws a cup of tea. Okay. And then on the next panel, there's no one there. So I'm pretty sure it's just all in his head.
That's something to think about.
That's definitely food for thought. It's definitely a pretty cool twist. It's not a twist that I'm a fan of because I don't want to see any of them die.
Okay, yeah.
But it's definitely a cool twist. Like I'm a fan of it. You know,
like that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm so intrigued.
And like the best part about like the whole plot is the main like villain or like the person that Mikey's going after to kill is the last Oroku or something like that. It's like Shredder's grandson or something like that. So he's trying to kill the last living Foot Clan leader. Okay. Just to wipe the entire world of it, I guess. Okay. It's wild. All right. Yeah. I mean, if you want, when this is over, we can watch the video together. We could definitely watch that. Yeah, we could definitely watch that. It's pretty sick.
I don't know why this just popped into my head because I was thinking about it because you said killer. I was thinking about another killer. You know, Mike Tyson has a fight coming up.
Mike Tyson, he's fighting
Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, the guy that he bit his ear off. He's fighting him again.
It's their 3rd fight, I believe. Right? I could be mistaken. I know. Obviously, it's more than their first fight. Right. I believe it's their 3rd. I really don't know.
No cap. What if he bit his ear again?
What if Evander Holyfield takes off Mike Tyson's ear?
Yo, that'd be crazy.
Well, I remember
Plot twist.
last time when I was here, I think I mentioned this when we talked about his fight with Roy Jones Jr. that he had recently. How they didn't even release this until like 5 days before the fight. How it wasn't even like an official boxing match. It was just like an organized sparring match. The second anybody bleeds or anything, like it was over, and then it still ended in a draw. So I'm really wondering if it's going to be something like that, or maybe they'll take like a real approach this time, actually promote it properly, and have a real official boxing match. But I don't know. I'm curious.
I'd like to. I mean, I'm not really a boxing fan. not that I'm not a fan. I just don't watch it.
Okay, yeah.
But I'd definitely be interested if it's like an actual fight where it's like no like.
Yeah, like if I've seen a whole commercial for that. Like,
yeah, like if it's something where it's like, oh, like he has a cut on his eye, fight's over.
No, yeah, that's what it was, and it was still a draw. And I think I even said this last time. This is my assumption, because you got to remember, if it's an official promoted fight that goes through any official like boxing promote or just any fight promotion in general, they all have their standards of like testing and stuff like that. I hate to say it. Now, this isn't always negative. Guys like them, if they want to stay in good shape, they're going to kind of need to. Yeah. I feel like at least Mike Tyson, looking at him, whether he still is, within the past few years, he's definitely taken some kind of performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's testosterone replacement therapy or human growth hormone, something more simple, he's definitely taken something.
How old is he now?
Early 50s. Early to mid-50s. He could be older, honestly. Look it up real quick.
Yeah.
I know he's definitely pushing there. He's definitely... That's not the kind of shape you get in at that age on your own. Like, your body just almost won't allow it, especially somebody who's 54.
54.
He'll be 55 this year.
Wow.
And so, yeah, if they...
And Evander Holyfield is 58.
Yeah, man.
Like, he's almost 60.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Fighting.
Yeah, that's definitely... He's definitely taking something.
It's definitely not going to be... It's probably going to be like the last fight, I hate to say it, with Roy Jones Jr.
If Mike Tyson is taking something, then Evander Holyfield is taking something with that.
Oh, yeah. There's no way... I mean, I can't... I wish I remembered...
Imagine just being just like nothing. No enhancents at all. Imagine them fighting.
That's two old flabby guys at that point. I hate to say it. Like, it's just two old flabby guys swinging at each other. Yeah, like...
Nah, like, do you think like somebody would have like a brain aneurysm from getting like hit too hard?
I think
young guys have happened.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Tyson. All right, I try not to curse. Mike Tyson is a great fighter. The guy is a sick fuck.
No, he's
like the guy is a sick bastard.
Yeah,
like
he is sick, bro.
I hate that tattoo on his face. I'll tell you exactly what that tattoo means to me. That tattoo is the epitome of I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like. Like, I just don't care. Like, he's like, I have a shitload of money,
right,
and I don't need to make any more, so I can get a face tattoo if I want.
Listen, if you got Mike Tyson money, I'm getting that tattoo.
Oh, of course, yeah, screw it, man.
Oh, yeah, fuck it.
Think of it this way, he has that face tattoo, he's still getting a fight. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna make some more money.
He has that face tattoo. He's been in movies. Like, I know for a fact he's been in movies as like cameos, and you know Mike Tyson's not doing that shit for cheap.
Yeah, of course, man. He's Mike Tyson. Iron Mike.
He's getting the check right there.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt. Speaking of fighting, this is kind of like random, but it's on our topics list.
Yeah.
So this mom, and I think it was in Florida. What else was in Florida? Right? Go figure.
Floridians.
So basically, I read the entire article. The girl was like, I think she was like maybe like 12 or 13. Like, they were young.
Okay.
She got into a fight with this other girl, and then the mom jumps in with boxing gloves and starts beating up the little girl also. So, like, my thought process, I was talking to my parents about it, like, when I first saw it. My thought process, right? They've been planning this, because there's no way you're just ready with boxing gloves for no reason.
Fight a young...
There's no way.
They had to, like, talk about that the
this
night
was
before,
planned,
like,
yeah.
yo, Mom, you gotta help me. Like, you gotta help me.
This had to have been planned.
You were waiting for it to happen.
I gotta be honest here. If I'm, like, when I get older, when, like, I have my own kids, I'm not just gonna be there with a set of brass knuckles ready to
knock a kid out.
Yeah, you know, like...
See, that's something that I think about a lot, because people see these crazy parents, and hear me out when I say this, people see these crazy parents, right, and you wonder, like, what's wrong with them? But then I realize how I know people, and I know people do mature, but I know people today who are just absolute idiots, and I really wonder how they're going to grow into adults, and that's a perfect example of how there's just an adult that does not know how to act like an adult. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
just turned 18, and I feel like I think for everybody.
Exactly,
like,
right?
I can already tell how I matured. Because I was already, when I was like 10, 13, I was around people 30, 40.
That's a big jump, 10, 13. Wow.
Well,
Well,
Yeah, I was just saying that.
did you skip 12?
Nah, I didn't skip 12. I feel like I did skip 12 low key. I feel like childhood low key ended.
Yeah, that's that transition in like middle school where you start to feel like you're a bigger kid.
Yeah, I just got into my teenage.
Exactly.
Years.
Like my grades are going to high school now. Would you look at that? Like in seventh grade, like nobody
I remember
cares.
being in 7th grade, like high school ain't coming. Now I'm in high school. Now I'm about to graduate.
You know,
Bro,
really,
yeah.
like
Yo, you know what, bro? Honestly, when like our freshman year,
Mm-hmm.
when we got like,
first met
yo,
dude, like,
yeah,
never expected it to just jump to this.
Yo,
Yeah.
we got into high school. We're like, bro, fuck this shit. I want to graduate already, bro.
oh no,
It's
man.
it's what day is it today? It's I think
March
it's
28th.
28th. We graduate in like less than 2 months. We graduate what, like January, June 26th or something like that.
You remember how many times, like, because I graduated almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I think you probably heard me say this all the time. When I was a freshman, I was in there like, oh my God, these 4 years are going to drag out, man. It's over in like a split second.
Bro,
I used to
And
tell
it's
you
like,
that
I
so
missed
much.
it, like,
I
I was
Bro.
like, man, be
I
careful.
feel like I had the right high school experience.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I gotta say that I
Definitely
had a good high school experience. But me personally, I didn't give myself the best high school experience.
Yeah, I didn't give
You know,
myself
I-
the best one, but it was lit though.
like academically, I kind of like slacked.
That's one
And,
thing
You know,
I did.
honestly, slacking doesn't even describe how bad I did. But
Yeah.
you know, what's done is done.
you
So
pulled through.
yeah,
I still pulled through too. So
yeah. I mean,
You guys, yeah, that's all that really matters. At the end of the day, as long as you can leave high school on time and say that you had a good time, I think it's solid. You know, I think it's.
without a doubt, yeah.
I think it goes without saying that. I don't even know. Honestly, it's good.
It just goes without saying. That's all you gotta say.
that's
It
exactly
just goes
it.
without
get
saying.
that damn diploma.
Yeah.
And to call it a day.
That's what it comes
a
down
standard
to.
Now. Like that's a standard. Like you have to have one.
Oh yeah, you've
Like-
always really had to
like,
have a diploma,
You
pretty
don't.
much.
If you don't feel like you're obligated to get a diploma, you don't gotta get one. That's you. You know, if you want to be like a
Mhm.
meathead, that's,
I mean, yeah,
that's
that-
up to people. But it's like when you gotta go out into life and go figure things out for yourself, get a job, and all
Mhm.
these other things. Like you can't do split shit
Oh, yeah.
without a high school diploma.
Yeah, there's
Like,
really not much
I-
you
you
can't
can
get
do.
nothing.
And
bro.
I'd really hate to say it, like I'll give you this example. Like nowadays, a GED is not accepted as much anywhere. Like believe it or not, my godfather actually, he actually dropped out of high school when he was like 16. He got his GED. Now he is the president of the physiology department at Brooklyn College, and he makes like well over $150,000 a year. But
Yeah,
nowadays,
yeah, that guy.
I don't think you could do that. No,
No.
nowadays, nah. And he even tells his students, he's like, guys, I didn't even go to high school, and he's the one teaching them. Like,
I didn't even go to high school.
yeah, like
I'm
what?
teaching.
One of my high school teachers, my English teacher, I can't. I'm not even gonna bother saying her name.
Yeah, no
But-
shout outs. You gotta
She actually said that she dropped out of high school too. She got a GED, and then she became a teacher. And you really think like nowadays you really can't get away with that. Like,
Nah, you can't.
You just-
gotta at least have some type
Exactly.
of college.
well, high school. I will say this. Yeah, I hate to say it, and this is what I hate so much. I've talked to you about this before. Like you'll notice in elementary school, they tell you how they're preparing you for middle school. Middle school, they tell you how they're preparing you for high school. And high school's so important.
listen to that.
Then it's high school, they're preparing you for college. And I just feel like it's so stuck. Obviously, college is not a bad way to go. But I feel like it's so stuck in everybody's heads in high school that you need to go to college. You know
Honestly,
what I'm saying? Like,
honestly, now that we're in 2021, even like last year, the year, like maybe even going back to like 2019,
yes.
college is there's certain career paths if you want to take that college is definitely important for.
Of course.
But honestly, I gotta say, like maybe like 75% of career paths nowadays, you really don't even need college. You need like trade school. You need to learn you need to just learn a skill. Yeah, you need to just learn a skill.
I'll even say this. Like, I was talking about this with my friend the other day because I do know people who are going to like medical fields and stuff like that. And I hate to say it, it's things with those that require things like that requires like 8+ years of school. Like the thing about those, because I was like I said, I was talking about this with my friend. There are so many people. They'll be like 5 years in and they don't even want to do it anymore. But they're like, I need to. I spent the money. I've taken out the loans. They're like, what do I do now? Like, there's no going back. And that's the thing. Like,
because you got to get that doctor
like
position.
yeah, like I hate to say it. Like if you want to make a lot of money, particularly, I wouldn't get into the medical field. If you want to be a doctor, then yes, then the money comes with that. You know what I'm saying? But
people also do it for like they just they want to help.
of course, exactly. Yeah, you should want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
People are not going to jump into the medical field and then complain about the money that you.
Mm-hmm. Like you're gonna get out of medical, you're gonna get all your certifications, you're gonna get out of medical school, then you got to do residency. Da da da.
You're just gonna locate the journey.
Exactly. But that's the thing. Then there's so many people they get discouraged by the journey, and then that's the thing. they learn things about the profession that they didn't know when they were getting into it, and then it's
like you see what was working.
Exactly. Like, it's just a conundrum. Like, it's conundrum.
Conundrum. That's probably the biggest word we've had on the podcast ever.
Okay.
Gangster.
Conundrum. Okay.
All right.
Going like on a different path.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
In north, I don't know, one of the Carolinas, probably
Okay.
North Carolina.
Yeah, probably north.
Yeah.
A 6-year-old boy was sent to court for picking tulips.
I need to know how though. Like,
Yeah.
Why did he get?
Was it like
for picking flowers?
Was it some? I think it was maybe some kind of. I tell you this because I looked into
It
it.
was on private property.
Probably. I'm assuming. I don't think it was some random flower on
Yeah,
the
so
ground.
you can't
I mean,
go to the park and somebody fucking sees this kid picking flowers,
Mhm.
and then they're gonna go.
Well, you know what I think it was? I found out that the judge dismissed it right away, like he should, or he or she, whatever it was.
But honestly, like, before you go into it even more, I'm glad that the judge dismissed it right away. But the fact that it even went as far as to him having to see the judge,
that's
just
what I was
so
about to say.
fucking
Because
stupid.
I looked into it. I don't know the exact number, but I think they said in 2020 that same that same law jurisdiction, wherever this was, had at least like 20 little kids in their courtroom in 1 year or something like that.
They really
like
had kids getting touched.
yeah, like, and so that makes me think like it just has to be just blunt stupidity by this jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? Like,
to even allow that.
Yeah.
There gotta be something.
bro, they said that the kid they had to give him a coloring book because he couldn't. I don't even know.
They had to give him a color. What, he was scared or something?
Like, he just couldn't sit still. Like, bro, he's a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah. I mean,
He doesn't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got him against all these older people.
yeah, in this big wooden room. Like,
They were in a room, scared. Like, where's my mother?
exactly. Yeah.
She's
They
not.
said his lawyer was like had to give him a coloring book. Like, the fact that you have a lawyer representing you when you're 6 years
Yes,
old is
right.
like what the fuck,
That's
man?
insane.
Like, god damn, that's an experience.
Right?
Take that with you to kindergarten.
I swear, like being in high school, like first sentence.
Yeah, you don't even remember it. Like, you won't even remember it by high school.
Right.
What's going on, Don?
Oh, I was getting a phone call, so I just gotta let them know that we're.
God damn it, Mo.
Yeah.
All right, what were we saying? I can't even remember.
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Oh, the 6-year-old guy.
Oh,
The
yeah,
6-year-old guy. The
6-year-old
6-year-old boy.
But no, he's a 6-year-old man now, bro. He had to go.
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah.
You're right. He could, honestly, he could say he's a man. Fuck
Yeah,
it. I mean,
yo, how many other 6-year-olds go to court? God damn it.
allegedly, this jurisdiction had a lot more 6-year-olds in court. So, I mean, who knows, man? I mean,
don't not talk.
all right, but like, I don't know.
It's like it's just throwing me off. It's like
I mean, I hate to say that was not that was a bad topic, but I mean, there's not much to speak on that.
yeah, there's not much to speak on that.
Like, it's
it
ridiculous.
got dismissed.
Yeah, like, it's ridiculous. Like,
I just wanted to fill something in real
Nah,
quick.
but
you know?
yeah, it was a good feeling for the fight because we were talking about a real fight.
Yeah. Speaking of filling in, Arizona green tea.
Every time.
It's back once again. I'm not going to say too much on it because I say it every week.
yeah, I was gonna tell you beforehand, Dom. You don't need to.
Yeah, I don't need no lawsuits.
They can send that to your house,
We're not.
your email address.
We're not looking for lawsuits. They can send it to the greasygrow3@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, what?
We're not-
address is linked?
We're not looking for lawsuits. We're just promoting it if they want to, give us a little.
You know, it'd be nice to see a little comment with a verified, Arizona green tea mark. Like, thanks, guys.
Yeah, like
You know?
if you guys look at like our social media followings, we only follow a few people, and one of them is Arizona green tea. Well, it's just
Really?
Arizona in general.
If only they seen what's behind this camera.
Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll make it the thumbnail of the video.
Nah,
Oh, want to talk more about fighting?
Sure.
Now, I saw now you guys know Jake Paul has a fight coming up with Ben Askren, the
Did you see
MMA
that
fighter.
you talking about the video?
The press conference of them
Yeah.
on the sides of the stage.
Yeah.
I swear, man, Jake Paul just makes himself look more and more like a dumbass every single time he talks, man. And it's ridiculous. You know what Ben Askren, I think you guys maybe seen this. Did you guys ever see that video of the MMA fight? It was a flying knee, and the fight ended in like 5 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, now Ben Askren was the person on the other end of that knee. Unfortunately,
He received the knee.
yeah, like he got knocked out in 5 seconds. That was in MMA, right?
Okay.
Now Jake Paul's gonna box him. I don't know why Ben Askren is stepping into the boxing ring when he's literally a primarily wrestler in MMA. Not only that, Jake Paul was going. He's like, "Does it bother you that you got knocked out in 5 seconds? Does it bother you?" And then he calls Jorge Masvidal, the guy who knocked him out, and showed him on FaceTime. He was like, "Oh, would you look at that? That's your little bitch over there." Like,
what type of taunting is this?
I have no. And that's the thing.
I'm not
Askren.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate Jake Paul as much as the next guy, but that's funny.
It is pretty funny.
But it's like, damn.
But I do gotta say, the guy Jorge Masvidal,
you dick.
the guy Jorge Masvidal, I lost so much respect for the guy. I was like, are you really feeding into this like Jake Paul bullshit? Like, come on,
bro.
man.
Imagine you lost a fight and somebody FaceTimes like the person that was.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
Yo, it's one thing to lose a fight; it's another thing to get knocked out in 5 seconds by a flying knee.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's not easy, man. And that's what got me so tight is that their fight. Now Jake Paul is gonna fight this guy that got knocked out by a flying knee. I'm like, there are no knees in this sport that you're about to fight him in. It's boxing.
You know what's even funnier? Like, you know, on the same in that same day, I guess it was the same day. The video that like came out where like they finished their like pictures and then the guy what's his name?
Ben Askren.
Ben Askren. He like puts his hand on Jake Paul, and then
Jake Paul smacked him in the back.
Yeah, Jake Paul like smacked his ass or like in the back.
It was like above his hip, like in the back, and it was the stupidest thing.
And then I saw a bunch of like professional fighters commenting on the video.
If you were a real boxer, you would have punched him in the face.
Yeah, oh, like look at Jake Paul. He's trying to box McGregor, but won't even hit the guy.
Yeah,
right.
what? This 36-year-old dad who's walking away from you just slapped you in the face, and you're gonna smack him in the hip.
You're gonna fucking basically give him a little booty tap. I mean,
yeah, like.
And you're gonna try and fight like a fucking train killer.
And you know what he said, and that's the thing. Jake Paul, like, I'm not gonna say he was trying to be like Conor, but he was trying to have that persona of like going at the guy and stuff like that, and he was just being like, because
he was being annoying.
Ben Askren said, so I'll tell you this like example. Ben Askren said something. He was like, what was it? Oh yeah, he was you know, I mean, he's taking this bully approach. You know, he's trying to bully me, but you know, sometimes the bully picks the wrong guy. And then Jake Paul was like, "Oh, you sound like an idiot. Oh, he's bullying me." Then he was like, "This is the fight game. This is the fight game. You're gonna say I'm bullying you?" I'm like, why is this guy even saying the words fight game? He's a YouTuber.
Oh, dude.
Okay, Dom.
What the fuck?
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Nice watch.
Nah, word.
The watch is pretty nice. Watch is pretty nice.
I'm not even gonna explain. Like,
So to wrap it up on that Jake Paul thing, Jake Paul is a bitch.
Jake Paul's gonna get his ass kicked.
He is.
Definitely.
If we're wrong, we're wrong.
Well, not to actually, no, not even to
I
end
can
it.
honestly care less. Though.
Not even to. No, I don't really care. But at the end of the day, this is what gets me so tight is that if he does beat like I said, Ben Askren has never boxed before. The guy was actually an Olympic wrestler.
Wow,
Ben Askren, who's a wrestler.
Not even his forte.
Exactly, but then he went to MMA with his wrestling experience and trained his hands.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because if Jake Paul does win this, he's genuinely going to have the campaign of like, "Oh, I beat a fighter, but you didn't beat a boxer." You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's going to get depicted on social media.
Mm-hmm. But if he does lose, and I'd hate to say it, it's over for him.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the thing. If he wins, he beat a fighter, but then it's
then if he loses, he lost to somebody that doesn't even fight in the same.
Exactly.
I'd
man.
honestly,
like, I don't know.
So you know how after McGregor lost his most recent fight, how Jake Paul made that video like
Yeah.
making fun of him? I'd love to see Jake Paul lose and then McGregor make a video back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Him and his Irish accent, bro. That would be hilarious.
See, that was also so stupid because Jake Paul literally goes, "Oh, Conor would rather go fight Dustin Poirier than me." I'm like, all right, yeah, because Dustin Poirier is a real badass who actually gives him competition.
Yeah, Dustin
like,
Poirier, you know, he's actually, like you said, he's an actual competition.
Yeah, and Dustin Poirier beat him. Very great job by Dustin Poirier. I'm a very big Conor fan, but I do got to say Dustin Poirier gave it to him, bro. Like no gay shit. Bro. Yeah, that was bad.
He said no gay
I received my statement.
Hey, but you gotta, bro. A lot of people would have just kept talking though.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Word.
So again to wrap it up, Jake Paul's a bitch.
And
We can
other
stand on that. We can all stand on that.
and other stupid idiots, stupid famous people.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Just absolute dumbasses.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
NBA YoungBoy.
All right. Before we go into this topic, I do listen to a couple of his songs.
So do I. I'm not gonna lie. So do I.
A couple of them.
I'll say this before we get into it, to like concur what you said. I can't say I have any like music of his on. Not that I can remember on my playlist, but I will say I will say there are some songs by him that aren't bad.
Yeah, like
it's not bad.
An artist is bound to make a song with a catchy melody.
Yeah, like he has a big ass fan base. Somebody has to like him.
Something that's gonna make us want to listen to something.
If you go check out my Instagram, there's a video with his music in the background, just saying link in bio.
But what we about to talk
what about him? Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think he's facing like
15 gun charges.
Yeah, let me search it up. I think he's facing
rappers,
like 15 years or something like that.
These rappers are so stupid, man.
I know, they snitch on themselves.
Yeah.
They snitch on themselves and then just put themselves in even terrible situations.
He was
have mad guns that are not even licensed to them.
He was detained by the FBI.
Okay.
He was actually.
That's how many guns he probably had.
He was
a federal crime.
He was tracked down by a canine, like the dog, obviously. Let's see. He's only 21.
Damn.
Doesn't he have like 9 kids?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
But I think he's been fucking since like 17.
Bro,
Something like that.
I'm gonna be 20 this year, man. Wow, this guy's 21. Like,
Bruh,
okay. So apparently he was wanted on an outstanding warrant because the police tried to stop his car and he just didn't stop.
Okay.
And then he tried to take off on foot and then.
Fucking idiot.
imagine being a rapper and it comes down to that you're running away from the cops, literally running away from the cops. Like,
and like the fucking cleanest fit, mad
yeah.
jewelry.
And you got millions of dollars in the bank.
Millions of dollars in the house on top, bro.
Mm-hmm.
People keep their money at home, which is pretty dumb because there's it's,
there's also
no insurance on that.
No,
yeah,
there isn't.
such thing
you
as
have a house fire. What are you gonna do?
You lose that, it's
That's the
gone.
point
Yeah.
of the bank,
there's
but
such thing as bank accounts, which actually have insurance if your money gets
up to
stolen.
$250,000.
Some people don't trust banks. I don't know why. Some people just don't trust banks.
I used to not trust banks, but I trust
Nah,
banks.
I mean,
well-
I'm not gonna lie. I'll definitely say I like keep cash. Like I do.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course.
But
I
use
have-
my bank account.
I have
Of course.
both. Like I have my account and my card, and then I have like a little cash savings in the house.
Nah, I'm bad. Like I usually carry an abundance of cash, but I'll still use my bank account.
I mean, I used to do that also. I feel like honestly, like it's something that me and Sean used to talk about. Like when he would yell at me for carrying like a multitude amount, like a large amount of money. You know what it is? Like when you're like younger like that, and you like start touching like real money. It's like I gotta show people. Not so much you have to show people, but it's like I just want to.
Well, yeah.
It's
It's new to you.
Yeah.
So,
It's a new feeling.
It's nothing to show because me, I'm
No,
a hustler.
It's not like I said like showing people. It's like it's a feeling that's like. It's not so much like I gotta flex on you. It's
more so like people know that I'm keeping myself safe.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I gotta prove something to myself, kind of.
Everybody has that stage, whether it's short-lived or very sadly lived along multiple years. It's everybody has that. Like I said, whether it's a small stage or a big stage, everybody's gonna have that point where they're like, "I got money,"
Yeah.
Let me make it known, I guess.
You know what I hate?
What's up?
I hate those pictures where it's like money all like here. That's so stupid.
All right,
though.
I'll say this
That
because
pisses me off.
I wanted to talk about this because I feel like I've never got to have a proper conversation about this. I don't know why, but this is just my opinion. You guys can agree or disagree. I think it is probably one of the saddest and stupidest things ever to post a picture of money.
With money.
Like that is with money, of money. No, like it's just.
Nobody should
what are you
even
doing?
know what you got.
Yeah, like nobody cares, man. Like
I can only say I've never even posted money.
never once have I. I've never once.
Like probably a couple times.
All right, if you have like one picture where you're like, oh, all right,
It wasn't
yeah.
even a picture of me holding money. It was just like a birthday post. And
Okay,
I just made my money from
Like,
what I do. You feel me?
I know motherfuckers who have like twice weekly they post a picture just.
Yeah, I can't do that. Like that's
Just
just like I don't.
Yeah, like
care.
I have on my
Keep it to yourself.
Instagram,
Yeah.
I have one picture with money, and it's like maybe like $500 or $600. But like I know,
It's a
like,
gimmick.
Oh yeah, that picture. I gave you shit for that picture, honestly.
Money's a gimmick at the end of the day when it comes
Bro.
to using it for photography.
Yeah.
bro, like
like-
there's I could promise you
But
right
it's
now,
currency.
if I go on my phone right now and go through Snapchat, I'll find at least 37 people that are like, oh,
Exactly.
You're telling-
And see,
you're telling me.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it comes to the point that like I see pictures like that, and it nowhere near impresses me because you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so what?
It's like nobody has nobody's original.
you know
Exactly,
another,
yeah, like, who
Everybody
cares?
follows everybody.
Everybody's trying to outflex each other.
You know another thing that I hate about like Snapchat, not so much Instagram, it's mostly Snapchat. People that like credit card scam and post
Oh.
it.
Oh,
That's the stupidest
Yo,
thing
I
ever,
think
man.
like, most
First of
popular
all-
person-
Incriminating yourself.
Yeah, first of all, you if a cop looks at it and like try to puts two and two together, you're going to jail.
You're incriminating
So,
yourself.
Identity theft, stealing cards. He's holding like $20,000. Like it's not that hard.
And, yo, and another thing, like I've seen people who scam credit cards be like, oh, people are mad because I'm rich and they're broke. I'm like,
You
you're
took
not
other
rich.
people's money, bro.
That guy was rich and now you're rich because of him.
Yeah, you took.
You know,
other
like,
people's
you're
money.
not doing
Like,
anything.
I'm not gonna say. I don't know. It's like I'm not gonna knock anybody's hustle, but
No,
it's like,
of course, yeah.
that's like a hustle. I can't respect though. Like, you know.
I mean, yeah, bro. If you want to scam credit cards, have fun.
It's like you make your money. That's what people got to do. What they
Yeah,
got to do.
you know, have
But
fun.
like, how
you
would
know,
you feel? Somebody you had 20 bins and it's all yours.
It's all gone,
and
yeah.
it wasn't even what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
yo, if you want to,
People gotta buy houses. People gotta
Yeah.
pay their mortgage.
That's
People gotta
hard.
pay bills.
if you want to scam credit cards, have fun. You know, don't get caught. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But don't post about it because one, it's like we said, you're going to jail for like at least I'm pretty sure like 7 years.
It depends on how much money you take.
That's a federal. It doesn't matter. It's a federal offense. You're
Well,
going away.
yeah, depends on what you do though.
And second of all, like it's just not something that anyone wants to see. No one fucking cares. Like no one cares if you're stealing money, bro. Like just be you.
You know what it goes
And
back
if
to?
you're stealing the money, don't show it. Just
Exactly,
keep it in
bro.
the house, save it, and reinvest it. Do whatever.
And
do
the
something
second,
smart with
the
it.
second you post it, the FBI can find your IP address and they can find information to every single person you stole from and shit.
then
Like,
tap your computer.
Oh, yeah.
Find all your bots, everything.
bro, they could do it in the afternoon, honestly.
They could do it while they're on their lunch break.
Yeah,
It's
like,
not like that hard to encrypt a regular computer. Like this
Yeah.
shit right
I mean,
here.
yeah, bro. You just most of the people have like an iPhone or like just like a.
You're gonna do it on a more secure network too. I'm pretty sure it's easier to track over iPhone.
Yo, honestly, it would probably be so smart if you go to like a library and use like a library computer.
Nah, people-
and then just
yeah, people do that.
that.
Public
People do
computer.
that.
It's like how people used to use payphones to make secret phone calls. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it's the same concept.
Yo, RIP to payphones.
Well, we got cell phones now. Cell phones. Wow, that was a weird thing to say, honestly.
Yeah,
Cell phone.
just phone stuff.
Phone. Yeah, it's just a phone now. Most people don't even have a home phone anymore.
I have mine.
I have my.
I do too, but
I
my
really love my home
I
phone.
think my grandmother and maybe two of my aunts call, and then maybe the people trying to sell me something. I don't know. That's
I mean,
about
yeah,
it.
honestly, like-
heavily on that house.
Yo,
Tell
I
you.
swear, bro, I swear to
See,
God,
use
like,
that. We
bro.
had it for like 10 years.
all my
That battery
uncles,
is good.
all my uncles, all my aunts, bro,
Yes, bro,
like
whole
they just
family,
call the
everybody.
house. Like, yo, for birthdays, I'll be in the
Mhm.
bathroom and I'll hear the phone ring. My parents will be downstairs.
Chopping it
Pick
up.
up the phone.
Just chopping
Bro,
it
like,
up.
I'm just taking his shit, bro. Like, just text me or something.
Be like, pick it up for me. And be like, you get it. Like, why am I getting it? It's your call.
Bro. You know, like another thing that I hate.
Hmm.
Well, not that I hate because I didn't really have to experience it, but like if you like watch like old movies, like let's say like a guy's on the phone with like a girl or something, and then the mom picks up the phone and starts
Oh,
listening
yeah,
to the
man.
conversation,
Yeah.
that would suck.
Bro, I would hate my life.
Yeah, and see, that's what it goes back to. Is like that opens up. This isn't. It's not exactly what you said. But this goes into it. Like nowadays, everybody like our generation, they're so grasped on this concept of instant gratification. Hear me out. That goes a lot further than you think. Like you think our parents, right? Like I said with payphones. If I wanted to call my friend and like I couldn't use the
Excuse
house
my
phone.
dog's barking, by the way.
If I wanted to call my friend and I couldn't use the house phone, I had to run probably like down the block and use the payphone. If I thought, let's say I thought of something, how far is the sun from the moon? I really had to sit there and dwell on it until I found it out. Nowadays, bro, everything I just said, you take your phone out and you get it all
How is
done.
that, bro?
Yeah, like you could look it up right now.
Nah, you
Back
look-
in,
there's an app,
like
bro.
everybody's so used to in like this day and age getting everything right at your fingertips, you know, to the point
It's
that
there.
that we don't want to wait for anything, you know, like it's nobody has that patience anymore, and I think it's ridiculous.
Nah,
like-
bro, it's crazy. Like I really say
It's
all
about
the time-
150 million
You
kilometers.
know how many
Okay.
times I say I hate technology? Like I say it a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, look at my phone. I bought it off of him. I don't even care. Like I'm gonna use it to the wheels.
Yeah, man. Like
I'm gonna use that shit till it break.
I remember. It was about last January 2020. I needed a new phone because my phone just broke.
I remember that.
And I remember I walked in and like they were saying, "Oh, we can give you this phone, we can give you that phone." I was like, "What's the lowest phone I can get?" They were like, "The iPhone X." I was like, "I'll take that." I didn't even. I was like, "I just want a phone that works, man."
I just need to make a
I was like,
phone call.
"Yeah," like my phone was broken. I was like, "I just want one that works."
Yeah.
I don't
Bro,
care.
Honestly,
That's fine.
like this Mac, I'm pretty sure this Mac is from like 2013. I traded a pair of sneakers for it because I was not about to
Hey,
go and spend
honestly, that's a great
2,500.
trade.
Yeah,
Cause
fuck
you
it.
could get mad work done on this.
Bro,
computer.
and I mean, now that it's actually up and working for the past like what,
Didn't
like
you need
3
a battery or
weeks? Yeah, I had to
something
get a
like that?
battery fixed
I
on it.
mean,
Okay.
look,
Up until like the past 3 weeks, we haven't
That's
been able to
expensive.
edit, and now we can edit. And like I watch I watch like our videos. And, you know, we're still figuring out the microphone audio.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it's just higher quality now that we have it, and I didn't have to go and spend $3,000. I spent maybe.
That's a fact. Those mags do go for some guap.
I spent maybe $240 because I bought the shoes for like $220 and then shipping and tax. It came out to like maybe $250.
And then the battery was probably inexpensive.
$130.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a total of $380.
$130 for battery.
Yeah, because it's an older computer, so it's harder to get.
Because I remember back when computers used to be able to like. You used to literally turn it over and take the battery out yourself.
Yeah.
Phones used to be like that too, but
I missed that.
Yeah.
Don't try to like screw that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lift.
And I hate to say it, you know why they did that, especially with phones and computers? It's because it makes it more expensive. Now you got to go somewhere and they got to charge you to open it up. And,
yeah, for the whole.
Bro, you used to be able to order a new battery online and just get it at your house and put it right in.
Yeah, my cousin
for your phone too.
That's a fact.
Your cousin what?
My cousin. When my sister had, like, when iPods were still dope.
Okay, the iPod Touch. I still have one.
My sister had to get a new battery, so we just ordered one on, like, Amazon, and then my cousin put it in himself.
Okay.
But I think...
Which cousin?
Mikey.
Oh, okay. He knows how to do that? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really not hard. There's 2 screws in the bottom, and then there's clamps on the side.
I just don't understand.
I probably could do it, but I'll be honest, I'm not tech savvy like that. I wouldn't even want to make the attempt. I would not make the attempt.
I wouldn't even try.
Yeah,
I'll
like
put in the screen and then like figure out somebody else to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I think that's a perfect way to end this off.
Okay.
Oh, you want to conclude this?
Yeah, we're at 45 minutes.
45 minutes. I don't even realize.
I mean, by the time I like edit it down, I'll probably be at like 44.
Okay.
But thank you guys for watching. Links in bio. Shout out to Arizona.
Instagram handles, TikTok handle. And the Greasy Girl email.
I mean, the email's not in there. It's kind of just the greasygirl3@gmail.com.
I mean,
hit us up down below.
I just want to say, guys, thank you for having me again.
Yo, anytime. You're always welcome. You know that.
Of course.
With that, my name is Dom.
My name is Adrian.
And I'm Sean.
Thank you guys for watching The Greasy Grill.
See you next week.